Hi guys. I'm here. I'm here to teach you guys how to properly use that's right, a sawback on a knife. Now, there's a few different kinds of sawbacks. Um, you have this kind of sawback, which is like just like teeth, right? And then you have this kind of sawback, which is like spikes going either to the right or to the left. So, the funny thing is, um, I have seen I have seen countless people use a sawback like a saw, like a back and forth motion. That's not how you use a sawback. A sawback on a knife is meant to take out large chunks of wood when you use it to chop through the wood. Now, with me, I have a piece of board from an old dresser. You see that? Good thing for hardwood floor too, because I can make a mess here and clean it up after. But I'm gonna make a little stand here. Um, I'm using my phone because my laptop has shitty sound quality, and my digital camera, the charger is fried. So, and I guess I don't know if it's the charger or the battery, but the guy sold me the wrong thing. Okay, so like I said, there's two types. Okay, you got this type and this type. Okay, this is a knife I ordered from Medieval Depot, and after my very first time buying a knife from them, they sent me the wrong one, some dinky little knife, and I'm like, this isn't the knife I ordered. And then they sent me this knife, and it's got a bent tip, but I fixed it and I polished it. Took about 2 days worth of work at about 16 hours to fix it, to make it decent and reasonably sharp. So, but I don't think I'll be buying from Medieval Depot ever again. Customer service is great, but I told them, like every other knife company, reputable knife company, has good quality control. Like, why can't you guys, like, especially when you're buying things in Canadian dollar, it's not cheap. Even for the cheap knives that you get in the States are not cheap in Canada. And the guy sent me an email back saying, well, I have about 100 to 150 orders that I ship a day. I can't inspect each and every one of them. Well, in that case, and I buy knives. I have quite a vast collection of knives. And, no, I'm not gonna waste my hard-earned money. I don't gamble, and I'm not gonna gamble on that. So, my first and last knife that I get from them. And so, if you ever get from buy from Medieval Depot based in Ontario, buyer be warned. So that's my experience with them. My very first time buying from them through Amazon. They sent me this knife, and I ordered this knife with the inscription on the blade, "Not dead enough." There's two kinds of terrorists, dead and not dead enough, and it's got like a Muslim with a turban crossed out, and then they sent me this, and it's like, it's not what I ordered. It looks like the knife I ordered, but it's not what I ordered, you know. So, and I spent about $40 plus tax on this knife, and he put back $10 back into my account, and should at least put back 20, because the blade took me a long time to touch up, and the tip was bent. I bent it as straight as I could without having to wear out the steel. to weaken it. So so no, I'm not gonna buy from MedievalDepot.com anymore. Um, Quality's not there, um, non-existent. You don't get what you order. You get a like the knife that you order, but it's not the knife that you order. And another thing was, this doesn't say what steel it is. It's probably 420C or 440. And the knife that I did order has OS 6 on the blade, stamped in the black stainless there. And that's another thing. I didn't get what I paid for. If I paid for a knife that's 440 HC, why are you gonna give me a 420 or an inferior steel? It doesn't make any sense. So I know that this guy probably still thinks he's in India, but here in Canada, we do things differently. We give our word. When we say we're gonna do something, we do it. If I were to sell you something, I send you a picture. That's what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get uh, something that looks close to what you want. No, it's not hit or miss. It's common sense. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so this is how you do it. This is the board. You go like this and like that at angles. Now I'll just do a couple cuts just to give you guys don't do this. Obviously you're not gonna get the job done by doing that. It's gonna get stuck and in a survival situation you're just gonna end up burning more calories and ending up dehydrating, and if you don't have any water you're screwed. So I'll do a quick example. Don't see those chunks fly? That's what the teeth is designed to do. It's designed to take out chunks, as opposed to using the blade. This blade is meant to stab and slice, not to chop, although you can do that, but it would take more time. Okay, so I'm not gonna cut the whole thing, but look at that. That's like, I don't know how many seconds, probably under a minute, like 30 seconds, maybe even less. But look at that. See that? It's like the teeth cut through it and they take out big chunks. This is what would happen if you did it this way. You're gonna have to fight through it the whole time. And also because there's it drops down the hollow grind, so you won't be able to saw past the line. Okay? So unless the teeth there wasn't that little bump all throughout the blade, you might be able to, but I highly doubt it. You're just going to be fighting with it. You're going to be fighting with the wood and the knife. And by doing this way, this is the proper way to do it. See that shit? See that? And if I were to do it all the way through, I'd cut this thing in no time. So, and this is maple. So, yeah. So maple's a softwood, as with cedar, and it would cut right through it. So go like this, like that, like a V, right? That's how you use a sawback properly. Now there are knives with a strange a double row, and I never had one of those before. But there are types that look like they have a sawback, but it's not for wood necessarily. It's to cut through wire. You could even see Rambo's knife in Rambo First Blood, Part Two, when he goes into the Vietnamese camp. He takes his survival knife and he bends it, and the wire will snap, right? So it's there's different sawbacks for different things. So like there's that one to cut through wire, which is a tactical military survival knife, and mine is, but it's not for wire. This one's just like this one, except the teeth are shorter, and it would probably take me a little bit more longer to cut through it. But yeah, like please don't saw it like this. Chop it. That's what it's there for. Okay. I see people, so many people who say that they're knife enthusiasts, but don't know how to use a sawback on a knife. Come on, man, give your head a shake. You chop it, you get bigger chunks off, and yeah, it looks not good on the knife, but it's a good thing to have on a knife because I would rather have this than a flat edge. Well, you can't baton. I don't want a baton. There's barely anything that I need a baton. If I need to cut through something, I'd rather hack it, you know, and do it that way rather than oh, I need to find a stick to. But nah, man, this a sawback is way better than batoning. Batoning is a fairly recent concept to me because I never baton. Either there's wood of the appropriate size that I need, or I'll chop through one. But you know what? There's nothing really that I need a baton. You gotta have the proper tool for the right job. Now, if you need to chop a big fucking thing, don't risk breaking your knife. Get an axe, man. Get a little mini axe if you have to. But with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and check out my other videos here on YouTube on different knives that I've done. So, with that, fuck yeah, and good night.